Welcome to my first video. The purpose of this video is to share my quest to find a Christ-centered and biblically supported path to spiritual and physical healing. The only qualification I have for this task is that I am able to read the Bible. And if you can't tell by looking at me, there are indicators that I may have a wee bit of a weight problem. In fact, I'm a biscuit shy of 500 pounds, and that's probably because I ate it. Well, as awesome as being Mr. Stay Puffed is, it does have a few drawbacks, such as high blood pressure, sleep apnea, hernia, back and knee pain, the list goes on. So the need for physical healing is obvious. However, what is not so obvious is the solution to this issue. And it's not physical, but spiritual. As the years of trying to lose weight on my own power have proven to me I do not have the ability to accomplish this task by willpower alone. Jesus says in Matthew 17, verse 20, "For truly I say to you, if you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." I'm not looking to move a mountain. I just want to be able to move myself from here to there in a pain-free, not out of breath, sweaty pig fashion. With the method and goal of this journey now shared, I would like to tell you how I came to believe this was possible. Approximately 10 days ago, I was having a discussion with my mom about my weight, and she asked me an interesting question. She asked me, "What is the lie I believe?" The premise of this question is that I choose to eat in response to some lie that I don't know or don't understand. She also told me that if I really wanted to find out what is driving me to eat, to stop eating and it will surface. Since I'm not someone inclined to skip a meal, I did a not eating thought experiment. I thought to myself, what if I did skip a meal? The answer surprised me. The answer was I would feel very anxious. So I thought to myself, why am I anxious? And it occurred to me, I'm afraid I'm going to miss out. The next thought is that this is wildly stupid, irrational, and childish. However, the evidence for my deep belief in this is there, and evidence not just by my eating. Let me share some examples of how this ridiculous belief drives me to act in ridiculous ways. I will tell you two stories to show you how this lie quietly and sneakily destroys my life. First story. A few weeks ago, I was at work. Somebody ordered a pizza for the team. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And I'm on the team, and I'm entitled to some of the pizza. However, this pizza showed up after I had already had my lunch. And here's where the sickness comes in. I was compelled to not only get some pizza, but to hurriedly eat it because if I didn't, I might not get some. What makes this worse is that I wasn't hungry, and I didn't really want the pizza either. But the fear of not getting the pizza I was entitled to drove me to eat it anyway. So now for the second story. A week ago, the new Star Wars movie came out. I had tickets to see the movie opening night, first showing. These tickets are assigned seating, but the anxiety that I would miss a movie that is going to have multiple screenings over the next several weeks drove me to show up to a movie an hour early and sit in my assigned seat in an empty theater like an idiot and wait for the well-adjusted people to show up 10 minutes or so before showtime. These two anecdotes brought me to the realization that will be a surprise to nobody else. I struggle with gluttony. The second realization I had was that my fear of missing out on stupid things was causing me to miss out on a lot of things that are far more important, like playing with my daughter or doing things with my family. I can't do these things because I don't fit, don't have the endurance, or both. Gluttony is not just about food. Gluttony is greed taken to the next level. Greed is just a desire to acquire more than we need. Gluttony is a failure of self-control, where we actually acquire more than we need and then consume it. Since self-control is one of the fruits of the Spirit, I think I can safely say that gluttony is a spiritual issue. Jesus tells us in Matthew 16:24, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." So as I see it, denying myself the temptations I encounter is the first step in my spiritual healing. So I'm starting small in my self-denial. I'm starting with not eating when I am not hungry. I can't think of a way to put less effort in, and I assure you, I tried. However, sin and temptation are not easy to overcome, but Paul tells us in 1 Corinthians 10:13, "No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with temptation he will also provide the way to escape, that you may be able to endure it." It's my belief that if I trust the Lord to help me deny myself and make Christ the most important thing in my life, rather than soothing the anxiety of my selfish desires, I will achieve both the spiritual and physical healing I desire. I was inspired to create this channel on Christmas Day, and one phrase ran through my head which has a funny double meaning to me. It is John 3:30. He must increase, but I must decrease.